In today's gospel, Jesus is telling the Pharisees and the scribes, and also us, not to emphasize the peripheral of religion, but the essential. Not to emphasize the external, but the internal. Not to emphasize the exterior, but the interior. We have to concentrate on the more important and not the less important. But how do we in life somehow move beyond superficial living into a much deeper kind of living so that we can grasp the essence of things and of religion and of life? And one of the ways of doing that, making sure that the interior is more important than the exterior, the essential more than the periphery, is by meditation. Somehow meditation makes it all difference. The universe is much greater than the physical world out there because it involves the spiritual, the interior. Regions of the spirit are far more out there than we realize. It is in meditation that we can experience a new freedom, a new way of life by focusing on what is really counts. Now, meditation is really for everyone. It's as natural to the soul as breathing is to the body. And meditation not only brings to us the difference between the accidental and the essential, it also brings to us a freedom and a peace. And besides that, meditation helps us to relate to others. There are different forms of meditation. But one of the things that's very important is for us to meditate every day, to set aside a specific time in which we do nothing but meditate, and allow that time, whether it be 20 minutes or so, let that impact the whole day. Let that make everything we do that day really have meaning. Oh, if we could do 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening, then we'd no longer be living on a superficial level, but on a very deep level of existence. There are different forms of meditation. One form of meditation is just to look into your own heart, look into your own soul, and you see things there that perhaps you may not like. And as you think about those things, you think about how Jesus would do it different than following those desires. And that's just a simple way of meditating and asking Jesus to give you the help to do it. Another form of meditation is to take the world events that we have, all the terrible things happening around the world, and somehow relate that to the life of Christ. How Christ was rejected, abandoned, suffered passion and death and terrible crucifixion. This is happening again all around the world. But we don't stop just with the suffering of Christ and the disasters in the world. We have to think about the things that also go so well in the world, the good things, and realize those are moments of resurrection. Those are moments of miracles when good things happen and you think they cannot happen. Another form of meditation is to take the scriptures, the Gospels, and to imagine yourself right there in the happening. That you hear the words of Jesus, you hear the crowd. You may even imagine yourself talking to Jesus, listening to what he has to say. There are so many different types of meditation. Another is to see the glory of God in nature. To look at a tree, a leaf, a bird, and just to focus in on that, a creature of God. To walk along the seashore, to have the waves flowing over your feet on the sand, to feel the sand and the water, the sun on your face. You can even smell the salt of the sea and realize how good creation is. It's a gift to us. How are we going to use those gifts? Another way of meditation is to put your hands on your knees with your palms up and your hands down as a sign that you're going to get rid of all the negative things in your life, your negative thoughts. And then after thinking about that and praying about that for a while, you turn your hands around so your palms are up. And then you realize the goodness of God in your life and all around that. Another form of meditation is to exhale. You exhale all the anger, the bitterness, the frustration, the depression in your life. And then when you inhale joy and love and kindness. And then you thank God for the meditation. Oh, how powerful meditation can be. If you haven't done it, and maybe you cannot spend a full 20 minutes, start out with 5 or 10 minutes for a while. And then increase that until it gets to be 20 minutes. And see what happens after a while. That you find peace in your life. You find greater concern for the people that you love. And you can be able to distinguish what is peripheral in life and religion and what is essential. And then you are living no longer on a superficial level, but on a deep level of God and love.